Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I already know you guys know what time it is by the title and the thumbnail of this video. It is time to do my September reading wrap up and my October TBR. You guys seem to like it when I mix them together in my last video for last month, and I also liked filming it, so I'm gonna just make this a regular thing now every month. The drink today is apple cider because you know it's fall time. I love apple cider. I just went apple picking a couple of days ago and got apples and pears, so of course we had to get the apple cider. It's that time of the year. First book I read in September was Beach Read by Emily Henry, and I gave this a 3.5. I was in the middle of this for an entire year. Like, I picked this up last year summer and I just finished it this month. I did not love this. This was my first ever Emily Henry book, and I definitely will give her another chance. Like, 3.5 is not that bad. It was really hard to get into. I tried reading the first 50 pages physically and I just could not focus. Like, I kept wanting to pick up my phone or just do anything but read. So I had to just throw on the audiobook and then do my reading journal and play some games on my iPad and stuff because I just could not read it physically. January and Gus were just so bland to me. Like, they just had like no flavor. Like, there was just nothing to them. Like, I just did not care about the plot in here. I didn't care about the characters. And when you don't care about the characters, then the whole book is basically just ruined for you because you're not rooting for at least one character. I did like the little rain scene at the end of the book though. That was cute, and then that was quite literally it. After reading a mid-book, we ended up reading an absolute banger, and I read Beautiful Venom by Rena Kent, and I gave this a 4.75. She was so close to being a 5 stars, but I just felt like there were some unnecessary things in this book, and this is probably why it's so thick. I just felt like in this book they were over explaining things a little too much, some things we did not need to know, and I was getting kind of bored. But after the 50% mark, it really started picking up, and I was loving it. I loved the characters. The spice was also really good, and there was like multiple different plot twists that like were at the end of this book, which is like crazy because like it's a dark romance. I wasn't expecting no like plot twist, but like no, it's just like twist after twist, and I'm just like, slow down. Like, I just, but I love when books are like that because it just grabs my attention and makes me just like really focused to the point where I just don't want to put the book down. I remember I was up reading this till like 3 in the morning. Like, I could not put it down. I literally read the rest of this half of this book. Mind you, it's almost a 500-page book, and I read the rest of it in just one sitting, so it's just that good. If you're able to listen to music while you're reading, I would definitely recommend listening to the playlist that Rena Kent made for this book on Spotify because it is so freaking good. Like, the songs were coming up at the perfect timing. It was so good. Next, I read Caught Up by Navessa Allen. This is the second book in the Into Darkness series. The first book is Lights Out. I gave Lights Out a 5 stars. I love that book. I still think about that book daily. It might low-key be a 6-star read. I gave this one a 4.5. I really liked it. It still kind of gave you the vibes of Lights Out. It was still lighthearted, funny. I loved her best friend in here. Taylor, Lauren's best friend, was absolutely so freaking funny. Like, she was honestly the one that was making me crack up in this book, and she would say things that I was like also thinking. Like, she would say anything that comes to her mind, and it was just so freaking funny. I loved the concept of this book. This book is really spicy. This is your warning. Like, if you read Lights Out and thought that was spicy, this is 10 times more spicy. There's spice basically every chapter. So beware when you read this book because there's a lot of spice, but the spice was really good. This was also like a second chance romance because they ended up dating in high school, and then they, not dating, but like messing around with each other in high school, and then he kind of like blew up her life basically, and then like a decade later they finally start, like, he starts stalking her and stuff like that, and they start talking again, and her reason for being mad at him was actually very valid. I hate when I read books and it's like, yeah, I hate him and I didn't talk to him for like a decade because he cheated on me. Like, it's just, no, it's not good enough for me. But this one, what he did in this one was actually like very messed up, and I also would not talk to him after, so it was definitely worth it. And I cannot wait for the third book to come out. I absolutely love this series. It's so freaking good. Navessa Allen just comes up with the best concepts in her books. Like, I've never read anything that has like any of this stuff in any other book. Like, it's just like she thinks so creatively, and it's so amazing, because it's like gets tired, because a lot of dark romance is just like the same, and it's just like, you know, these are just so different. I cannot wait for the third book. She did just reveal that their third book is going to be green and black, and I knew it. Literally called it before she even made the post. I was like, yeah, the next book is going to be green. And we also know who the next book is about, so I'm also excited for that too. Next, I read Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. First of all, I did not know these authors were twins. I thought they were like best friends, but it seems they're twins, so that's cool. I gave this one a 3 stars. I did not love this. Like, I also was in the middle of this for well over a year. Like, it was at least a year and like a half. And honestly, I should have just DNF'd it, but it's like I would randomly pick it up. Like, this summer, I picked it up at least like 2 times, read a chapter, because I like brought it, like, my Kindle to the gym, and then I had nothing downloaded, so I would just like read this because I had this downloaded. And I picked it up at least 2 times. I was enjoying it, and then I would put it down and never want to pick it up again. So it was just like weird, because when I was reading it, I was enjoying it, but I just wasn't getting the urge to pick it up. So then I got forced to pick it up for a video, which will be out soon. And I finally got through it. I finally finished it, and I did not love it. The end did make me sad. It did make me want to continue the series, because honestly, I was fully convinced I was not going to continue the series. Like, I thought I was just going to DNF the series. But the ending made me like question, like, okay, yeah, I need to read on, because it ends on a big cliffhanger. I need to know what happens after. And yeah, I'm not in a rush to get to the next book, but I definitely will be reading the next book. Lo and Lily, I feel like they're just so toxic. Like, I know that's like the point of the book, like they both have their addictions and stuff, but Lo, first of all, always had an attitude, and I feel like Lily was just too good for him. She would always be taking care of him, always making sure he was good, no matter what. And then he just kind of like just did the bare minimum and thought like he was doing all that much. Like, no. And yeah, I don't know, they were just toxic. I didn't like it. I don't know, but I like, they're toxic that enough like I just want to continue the series, which I think this is a me problem. Like, what is going on? For most of the book, I was very, very bored. Like, when I finally picked it up for once and for all, I was just like, oh my god, when is this gonna end? When is this gonna end? It has very long chapters too. I remember I read this entire book on Kindle. I didn't not pick up the physical book. I only picked the physical book up because it has like extra text message threads at the end of the book, but they don't have it on the Kindle version, so I did have to pick up the physical. But I was reading it on my Kindle, like each chapter was like 20-25 minutes long, and it's just like, bruh. So yeah, 3 stars. Not bad, not good, but I will continue the series. Then we read The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. I feel like I read at least one Frida McFadden every month. I don't know why, but I just do. I have so many of her books. She has so many books. Like, look at her little list, and these are probably not even all of them. She has a new one coming out this month, The Intruder, I think it's called. Like, girl, didn't you just come out with The Tenant? Like, I feel like she just came out with books and she just keeps popping them out like every other month. Like, slow down, please. I read The Boyfriend. I gave it a 4 stars. I actually really like this. I always go into Frida McFadden books thinking I'm not gonna like them that much, because I low-key think, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting tired of her writing, I'm not gonna enjoy it. And then I read the book, and then she gets me every time. She gets me every freaking time, because her writing isn't anything special. It's very, very plain and simple, but it's just her plot twists are so good. Like, I just can't. Like, I don't know how she does it. She does it every time. At the ending, I was fully confident I knew the freaking ending of this book and the plot twist. I was like, yeah, I got it down packed. If it's not this person, it's definitely this person. I had 2 suspects. Neither of them were it. Neither of them. So she does it every time. She just does it every time. My jaw was literally, she was literally quite literally on the floor. I was shocked. I was very, very shocked. And I low-key still think about this ending right now. Like, and I read this a week ago at least. If you're looking for your next Frida McFadden read, I definitely recommend The Boyfriend. It is very good. And it kept my attention throughout the entire book, because when I read The Crash a couple months ago, I was low-key bored for most of it, but then the ending really got me. Like, I did not guess the ending for that one either. but this one kept me like focused and kept my attention throughout the entire book. And then lastly, I just finished this audiobook yesterday. Today I'm filming this, it's October 1st, and I finished this audiobook, The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. Michaelides, I think it's Michaelides, I'm not very sure, I kind of forgot. But I read The Maidens, I just finished it yesterday. I gave it a 3.5. To be honest, I was very, very bored throughout this entire book. I was listening to the audiobook. I was confused for like the first 20% of the book. I was just like, I don't know what's going on. The audiobook, the characters had British accents, and I was just kind of confused. And there were so many characters, like, to keep track. I'm like, wait, who is this again? Who is this again? Like, it was just kind of confusing. But then once I got, like, I understood what was going on, like, I was kind of following along, I was kind of getting into it, but I was honestly bored for probably 80% of the book. The ending was insane. Like, I think it was one of the craziest, like, thriller endings I've ever read. That's why I gave it a 3.5, because I was low-key gonna give it like a 2 stars, because I was just like not enjoying it, and that was just me being like generous. But like the ending, who even thinks of that? I was literally enraged for the main character. Like, I had to keep pausing the audiobook and like because I was getting so mad. Like, it was just the ending. If you read this book, you know, because thinking about it right now and talking about it is making me even more mad. I don't even want to say anything. Please read this book, honestly. Like, I know I said it was really boring, but honestly, the ending was kind of worth it. The freaking plot twist was low-key worth it. And I also did like how he mentioned the characters from The Silent Patient in this book. He named them, and I guess this book was before Theo, because Theo's in this book. It was before Theo became like what was he, a psychiatrist? No. What was he? Whatever. Before he like met Alicia in The Silent Patient and got her to talk, The Maidens is before The Silent Patient. But I read The Silent Patient before The Maidens. But it was really, really cool to see like the characters from in there and here. Like, it was really, I love that. That was, once I heard their names, I was like, what the heck? I really love when authors do that. So these are all the books I read this month. It's not a lot, and don't expect it to be a lot because I started school. Once I'm in school, I read a lot less than I do in the summertime or when I'm like on spring break or something. But I feel like I was this was very accomplishing. Like, this one was on my September TBR and I was in the middle of it for over a year. This one, I was very, very intimidated by. I did not know when I was going to pick it up, but I finally did. This one, I'm temporarily done with the series because the 3rd book doesn't come out until next year, so I kind of wrapped up a series. This one I was also in the middle of for over a year, so it was finally nice to finally get it done. And this one was on my fall TBR. This one and this one were both on my fall TBR, so I feel very accomplished with this TBR. It's small, but she was important. Now it is time to get on to the TBR picking portion of this video. Alright, you guys know what time it is. Time to pick October TBR. Honestly, that is crazy to say. How is it already October? Prompt number 1. I'm honestly scared. A door on the cover. Okay, I actually don't know any on the top of my head, so this is going to take some looking. This one has a door on the cover. The only book I can find with a door is the Nemesis Pact. I got this sent to me by the author like a week ago. It's an ARC, and I think it comes out October 14th, so it comes out very soon. Ooh. This is only 293 pages. It's not even 300. Oh wait, this is actually good. So this is a very short one. Next. Oh, this is a good one. Sad book. This is really, really good because I've been really wanting to cry from a book recently. These are the 2 sad books that I have. So I have Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid and My Friends by Frederick Backman. I've been seeing people cry from both of these books, mainly this one, but I feel like I kind of want to wait on this one. So I think I'm going to do My Friends by Frederick Backman because I'm getting the audiobook soon from my Libby literally this month. So I feel like it's a good choice. Yellow on the cover. I have a lot of books with yellow actually. These are the 2 yellow books that I'm interested in. So we have yellow. Hello Stranger by Catherine Center has the yellow right here. A lot of the flowers have yellow on it. It's not the most yellow book, but there is a lot of yellow. And then we also have All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and this definitely has a lot of yellow on it. This one is very, very hard because I'm actually interested in both of these. Like, I'm not loving this series, but I heard this is the best one in the series, and I really want to continue a series. But then also this one, I've been really craving a Catherine Center book because I read The Love Haters, I think in the beginning of the summer, and it was really, really good. And I rated it a 5 stars, so I don't know. Oh, this is hard. This is really freaking hard. I've been trying to figure this out probably for the last 5 minutes, and I really don't know. We're gonna have Siri pick a number one through 2. Heads or tails? Heads. Okay, so it's Catherine Center's book. Because I did Heads, Tails. Heads, Tails. That took an embarrassing amount of time to figure out. A book where the cover doesn't match the spine. Basically with that prompt, I mean like the spine has to be a different color. So this one's the same because you see how like this is literally like it carries throughout the entire book. But like with this one, Heartstopper, the cover is yellow, but then the spine is green. You know, that's what I kind of mean. Okay, I didn't have many that I was interested in, so I'm just gonna go with Heartstopper. This is volume 3. I read the first 2 volumes, like, in the beginning of the year, like January, I think. And plus, I read the book, and then I watch the season after, so at least it'll give me something to watch also. Is each book a new season, or each book a new episode? I think it might be by episode. I think there's only 1 season. Cover that is your favorite color. My favorite color is purple. So we have Powerless. This could literally be a perfect option. It's all purple. This whole book is purple. But then we also have Don't Want You Like a Best Friend, and this one is also very much purple. I don't remember the last time I read a sapphic romance. It's been way too long. But then also I love the Chestnut Spring series, but this is a hockey romance, so I feel like I should probably wait till it's like colder out, like more winter time to read this. So I think this one automatically wins. We're gonna go with Don't Want You Like a Best Friend. Why am I getting so many colors? Book with blue on the cover. Actually, I know the exact book I'm gonna choose. Not Quite Dead Yet. This one I could not get to in September, so I definitely am getting to this in October. Like, I already know what YouTube video this is gonna be in, what vlog, so yeah. The actual book is red, but we're not going by the actual book. There's a lot of blue on the cover. This is the only Holly Jackson book I have not read. A book with gold or silver foiling on the cover. We have Bride by Ali Hazelwood. This was my book club's book for September and I didn't get to it, so hopefully I can get to it in October. And this is definitely the perfect fall book. It has like, I don't even know if we will count this as, no, it definitely would count. It has both gold and silver. It just depends on like the lighting. But if you have this book, you know. Like, you literally look at the eyes of this freaking thing and you can see the gold on her. Yeah, I definitely am counting this. Last one. Plants on the cover. I have the perfect book in mind for this one. I've been really wanting to read Out on a Limb because her newest book just came out in September, like 2 weeks ago, and I'm getting so much FOMO that I want to at least read one of her books from her backlist and then read her new book. So I'm gonna go with this one because it has plants right there and on the side of the book. And this cover is just stunning. I love this cover so much. And that is our October TBR. So we have The Nemesis Pact, My Friends, Hello Stranger, Heartstopper, Don't Want You Like a Best Friend, Not Quite Dead Yet, Bride, and Out on a Limb. We have a lot of variety. I love when my TBRs are like that. We have a little bit of everything, so then it will make me most likely to pick the books off of this TBR. That is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.